Unit 4, Part 5. Let's move on to Section 3. It's page 55 to 65 of Klenk. This is where we get the second of the two big lessons of the chapter, which is that there are a set of English expressions which receive symbols, a set of English expressions which are not the obvious ones, not just and or not or if then, but a set of English expressions like but or nevertheless or just in case or provided that, which are equivalent to our basic set of if then and not, right? So you need to know that there are these set of English expressions that do receive symbols, and you need to know what symbol each of these expressions get, right? So best way to learn it, there's no way to learn it otherwise than reading through the whole chapter, learning all the expressions expressions and practicing them and getting well trained in knowing which expressions get which symbols, right? I mean, it's with regard to, for example, the conjunction, the first one Klenk introduces you to. The conjunction, the symbol, the dot, will be appropriate whenever the sentence has the logical force of a conjunction. That is, whenever the sentence is a combination of two sentences, simple or otherwise, whenever it's the combination of two sentences, and what the sentence is telling you is that both those sentences are true. Okay? So let's start with conjunction. So as I said, the most obvious one is but, right? You are watching a video on logic, but you are not completely bored, right? That's the conjunction of two sentences, right? It's saying that the first thing is true and also the second thing is true. That is, the conjunction but has the same logical force as the conjunction and. So whenever you see but operating as a conjunction, operating as a sentential operator combining other sentences, you need to translate it with the dot. Okay, so also words like nevertheless, right? So example, Dan is teaching, nevertheless, he's happy. You know, the logical force of what I'm saying is these two things are true, right? Dan is teaching, that's true. It's also true, right? Nevertheless, he's happy. It's also true that Dan is happy. So, right, the symbolization for that is probably let T equal Dan is teaching, H equals Dan is happy. It's just T and H, okay? Now you should really read page 56 closely. So you'll see here, there's a list, a whole bunch of words, examples she gives you of times when words where the conjunction is the appropriate symbol, right? And if you read through these, and then the paragraph after, especially at the bottom of 56, you'll see that you really do need to process the sentence for meaning, right? You can't just have a method of seeing a certain word, which you know sometimes receives the dot in translation, and going ahead and putting the dot, and going ahead and symbolizing with the dot. You have to process for meaning. You have to ask if it really is operating as a conjunction. So for example, you'll see, right, how she gives you the list of words, so you need to process all these, that these are often conjunctions. However, nevertheless, still uses an operator rather than adverb, but still, although, right, A, so whenever we say A, although B, she's saying they're both true, it gets a conjunction. Even though, right, also, and also, so on. But when she gives you the list, notice that, for example, I want to give you two examples here. First is, the third example she lists is, John is a bit flaky, still, I like him. Okay, there, still is functioning as a sentential operator, right? It's blank, still, blank, And it's sentences, complete sentences on both sides. John is a bit flaky. On the other side, I like John. Right? I like him. It's probably I like John. Right? And still is combining them too, and it's telling you that they're both true. So that here still is operating as an operator. Right? But notice right after the list, right down here on this page, this part, she'll tell you, Klenk will tell you, still, for instance, is often used as an adverb, as in, it is still raining. So the point is, in the sentence, it is still raining, you would be in error if you were to think, oh, still, right? I remember from the examples like, John is a bit flaky, still I don't like him, that still gets a dot, right? In symbolizing. So therefore, that still in it is still raining should receive a dot. No, still, you have to process for meaning. Still in it is still raining is not operating as an operator. Right? It's not conjoining to complete sentences. So it is still raining, that's just a simple sentence for us. Okay? A better example even is this sentence, and here you get a good feel for what logic's really about. The third last one on the list, right? Sorry, the focus is so good, but the third last one on the list there is, right? But is truth functional, while because is not. Okay? But is truth functional, while the word because is not truth functional. Okay? Here, the word while is operating as a operator, right, as a conjunction. It's saying these two things are true. Now, you could very easily be confused. Now I'm going to mention what is mentioned at the very bottom of the page here. Compare this sentence, right? In the sentence, John waited in the car while Mary cashed her check. Okay. While is functioning as an operator, right? It is conjoining two simple sentences, right? John waited in the car while Mary cashed a check. It's John, right? It combines the sentences. John waited in the car and Mary cashed her check. But that sentence is, you cannot translate that while as a conjunction, right? Again, you really need to process for meaning here, because that sentence is only true when both those sentences are true at the same time. Okay, and that's not contained in the that's not part of the meaning of the conjunction, right? The conjunction is the conjunction, the dot, is truth functional.